What's up, Sandbox? Brian here to bring you the workout for today. It's Thursday. Not only did the state announce that gyms can start to reopen as of Friday, they released guidelines for us to follow, which we are currently reviewing. And the County of Los Angeles also made a statement as of yesterday saying that gyms in the Los Angeles area can begin to reopen. So we're getting prepared for it. We're really excited, and we hope to see you guys in the gym real soon. We're going to kick off today's session with an EMOM. We'll be performing goblet squats and a dumbbell crawl. For the go, underneath one side of it, just like this, nice and close to our body. My squat stance should be just feet slightly outside of my hips or underneath my shoulders. I really want to focus on keeping my knees tracking along with my toes. I'm pulling my shoulders back, keeping that weight close, and trying to stay in an upright position. Now notice that we didn't write a tempo, or there isn't a tempo written in today's workout, but I want the goblet squats to be performed nice and slow. So if it helps for you to count on the descent, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000 stand, I want you to do that. But I want you thinking slow and controlled. Okay, we're gonna be working for 50 seconds at a time with 10 seconds of rest to transition into the next movement. We're working for 10 minutes. The second movement is the dumbbell crawl. Now with the dumbbell crawl, we're going to use 2 dumbbells if you have them. If not, I want you to alternate sides. But it's going to begin in a tabletop position, meaning my knees will be under my hips and my hands will be underneath my shoulders, and it's going to start just like this. All right? And I'm going to slowly lift up the dumbbell with my right hand or one of my hands and then move forward. Now I like to think when I'm doing the crawl, as I'm doing the crawl, that my left leg and my right arm move at the same time, and my left arm and my right leg move at the same time. I'm gonna move maybe 20 seconds in one direction, and then I'm gonna go backwards, right? Which is gonna take a little more coordination. For the other 20 seconds. Moving backwards, I'm still thinking about keeping my arms locked out, but I'm kind of trying to engage that lat to pull the weight backwards. Okay, it's always going to be, if you think of moving like a dog or a cat or any kind of four-legged animal, all right, my opposite hand and opposite leg move together. The weight that you have or doing the crawl with any weight is almost too much of a challenge, I want you just to do the crawl without any weight. All right, slow it down. Okay, concentrate on hand and leg moving at the same time and trying to find that flow. On to the conditioning part of today's workout. We're going to be doing a classic Tabata today with a few different movements. We're going to be performing an alternating dumbbell snatch, single dumbbell front squat, a dumbbell floor press, and then jumping lunges. Since this is an alternating dumbbell snatch, we're only going to use one dumbbell, okay? A couple of different ways we can use, a couple of different ways to do this movement. A couple of different ways to set up for this movement. Okay, we can set up with the handle just in line or parallel to our hips, or we can set up with the dumbbell perpendicular to our hips, pointing straight forward with my thumb straight forward. Whatever is the most comfortable for you is what I would recommend you to do. Now keep in mind, we are alternating hands. So the setup is really, really important here. Okay, I want that weight really kind of like in the center, as close to the center of mass as I can get, or the center of my body. Okay, my knees bend, my hips hike back. Really important that I keep my back nice and flat. So when I keep this tight, I can use my legs to drive up and punch over my head. Okay, I like to switch in the transition from over my head to my chest, switch hands, and then keeping my back tight, legs engaged, touch, boom, and go. Okay, alternatively, rest the dumbbell on the ground, switch hands, and punch. Switching on the ground. Most of us should be familiar with this movement. If you're not, take some time to practice it before going into the workout, because we're only working for 20 seconds at a time and then 10 seconds of rest in the workout. All right? If it wasn't explained before, we're going to do all 8 sets of each movement before we rest 1 minute and then move on and do a Tabata for the next movement. Okay, the single dumbbell front squat going to allow you to hold the weight however you would like to today. Meaning, if you want to hold it in that goblet-like position that we practice, in that strength portion, that's okay. If you'd rather take it and rack it, I'm resting the heads of the dumbbell on my shoulders, or getting my elbows up, and I'm just holding it right on top so it doesn't slip off my body, right? Almost like I would if I were doing this movement with the barbell. And that's a dumbbell front squat. In the next movement, single dumbbell floor press, right? This is a fun one. Now, we want to lie down on the ground like this. Okay, shoulders are back on the floor, and my feet are about hip width or shoulder distance apart, and I'm keeping my feet pushed into the floor here. I'm going to take the dumbbell, I'm holding it to its sides. All right, my arms start locked out. I'm keeping my elbows generally underneath my hands. And then I'm going to bring the dumbbell into my chest. You know, my triceps touch the ground. I'm going to press out. Now the weight is nice and light, or it's going to feel nice and light even if you have something heavy, because we're only using one. So we'll want to try to get as many reps in that 20 seconds as we can. Again, rest for 10. Last movement today, the jumping lunge. Hands to the side, hands on your hips, whatever you like. Control the descent. Always like to say this, guys. Right? Knee just above or touches the ground. Then we're going to explode off the front foot and switch. All right? Looking to get as many repetitions as we can in that 20 seconds. All right? Don't limit yourself to a certain number of reps. Move for 20 seconds at a time. Rest for 10. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay tuned. We'll be posting more about us opening up. And I think that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.